Bonjour, c'est 55-66, c'est ça? Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Au revoir.
I've seen this dish so many times on American TV and I've always wanted to taste it. I saw this place in Paris that sells it. 15 hours cooked brisket. Let's see if it's any good. I tried my first biscuit here in Paris and it was amazing. I mean, Indian food that you find here versus Indian food you find in India. Now, if the brisket was already this great here, I can't wait to try the real thing out. Imagine you have a bicycle. You're 34 years old and your job is to deliver food to people. Every time someone makes an order, your phone buzzes, you go to the restaurant, grab the food and you deliver it to their house. That's how you spend every evening. If it's cold, if it's windy, if it's raining, if it's snowing, you just step out, ride your bike and get the food from point A to point B. If you're living in France or you're learning French, then check out this episode of Les Pierres sur Terre, where they talk about this biking delivery boy atrocity, where people are really mistreated, but I don't want to get into another rant. But today, I want to talk to you guys about something else. If you're new to this channel, then hi guys, my name is Joshua Balata. I'm an Indian expat living his dream life in Paris. I've been here for 5 years in France. And today I want to talk to you guys about something that's worse than addiction. Classical conditioning. And this isn't even about being productive, making good use of your time, being a good steward and all of that stuff. It's really about the lies that these companies have told us about how we should be spending our time. That we deserve to watch Netflix or TV after work, that we deserve to scroll away on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, just mindlessly, or even on Google lately. I've been doing that. I was just scrolling on, I have a Google app and I just scroll on articles on Google. I don't think we should be doing that. We're conditioned to think that this is how one relaxes. But it actually makes you tired. Now, I'm not the saint who's got everything figured out. Even I have these conditioning, addictions kind of thing. I waste a lot of time watching stuff that I'm not supposed to be watching. But I want to share with you guys this high I feel when I do something else apart from consuming. My go-to has always been calligraphy. Since I was a young kid, I used to be really interested in calligraphy and handwriting stuff with a pen. It takes a lot of energy to decide to do this, to get the things together, to sit down and to not watch TV and not watch YouTube. It takes a lot of energy to do the other thing. Because I'm deciding and then I ask my mind, what do you want? And the mind just goes, let's watch something, you know. But when I do decide to get to creating something, I get a nice kind of tired when I'm done. A different kind of tired. I'm still tired, but this time I just feel this satisfied kind of tired. Not this mind racing, I don't know what I did with my day kind of tired. Now, I don't want to share rules like watching YouTube is okay and TV is not, none of that stuff. But if you want to evaluate your activity, then ask yourself this. Are you in the active driver's seat in your relax activity? Now, that sounds like a loaded question, but are you active or are you passive? Are you just consuming or are you doing something else? Now, I love to watch YouTube and I love to watch movies, and with my only French rule, even today, I run into expressions and words that I did not know, and I pause the thing and I pull out my phone and I write down the expression or the word that I haven't heard before. Now, when I do stuff like this, sometimes I stop watching the TV show entirely and I go into a rabbit hole of reading something about that specific rule on French grammar. Then I pull out my computer, I write a little post about it using the Feynman's technique, right? I'm the expert. Like this post, Fleming. I heard in a song and it means être dans l'inaction, to be in the inaction, not running like the Mumbai crowd, you know, or like the Bangalore crowd, or working on a Saturday. I'm never going to forgive India for that. You don't need physical energy to sit down and bring a new creative project. You need mental energy. And I think we tell ourselves that we need physical energy, and I'm tired after my work day that I can't sit down and do this. But somehow we're able to sit down and watch TV. Both of them need mental energy. We spend it in one way and not the other. Tony Robbins calls this instant gratification instead of delayed gratification. And he says, if you want to achieve the goals in your life, the dreams in your life, you need to sacrifice instant gratification for delayed gratification. Now, compare the delivery job I spoke to you guys about a short time ago. If that's not what you're supposed to do this evening, because you're relatively more privileged and you're sitting at home not fighting the elements, for every evening that you're not forced to do that kind of a job, what are you doing with your time? Because before you know it, it's going to be 2043. You're no longer young. And all those things that you wanted to do, learn German, learn Dutch, make better videos, the time on that has just passed because you were watching TV. Now, I learned video editing, I learned cooking, I learned this calligraphy, I learned French in my free time when I was a student and when I had a job. I kept doing it in the side. You get into this state of flow where you may be tired physically, but you avoid that and you enjoy this high of doing. That's the high I was talking about a short time ago. When you get a little good at something, you don't need to be an expert, a little good at something.
But to get a little good at something for quite a long period of time, you have to be really bad. That's when it's enjoyable, when you're a little good at something. Instant gratification can just never give that to you because it's instant. You didn't struggle, and so you don't have that little high. Krish Thanam said this. It's not in the script. Krish Thanam said this. When you practice something that you're not paid for, is the day you begin your journey where they take you to a place to where they pay you for what you practiced. It's a long quote. It's still in my head. I promised you guys in the beginning of this video that this is not about productivity or about stewardship. Although it sounds like that, it's not. I don't want to get out of the house, but when I just get out and go for a walk, I just feel so happy. I see some guy walking with his dog. I have a 5-minute conversation, and then I go grab a coffee, and then I come back home, and I'm just happy. I'm just happier because I got out. But if you ask me before going out, do you want to go out? See, you're even taking the decision of which direction to take, which route to take when you walk, it's creative. You're making a mindful decision. No one is imposing you to sit on the next passenger seat and you go where I take you. I make videos on my channel about language learning, the occasional vlog, and about stuff like this, some thoughts that I've had. If this video interested you, I'm sure you like these guys too. Hit a subscribe so that you're notified when a new video comes up. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and keep learning.